Hello everyone, I'm SDA Storyteller, and this is my review of all the Veggietales episodes in 10 words or less. Obviously this is inspired by Jellopocalypse's reviews of every Disney movie in 10 words or less. But I figured this is so niche, I'm not going to step on his toes. And I wanted to get this done ASAP before Christian Nutrition beat me to the punch. So for those of you who have not seen Jello's videos, let me explain how the grading system works. There's kind of a curve, from 10 out of 10 to negative 10 out of 10. 10 being the highest all round for quality, and negative 10, well, it's a bad film, but it's fun to watch. In other words, the closer you are to 0, the worse you are all round, which means a negative 10 is better than a 0. Just highlighting that right there. I also want to mention that I'm only doing the episodes. That means no silly song videos. That means none of the Veggietales in the House episodes. And that also means none of the movies. Or video games. Or other visual media. However, I think you're still going to enjoy the review. So without further ado, every Veggietales episode reviewed in 10 words or less. 2 grown men break into a kid's bedroom to push religion on him. Bamboo, bamboo, bamboo. I'm too busy to come up with something clever. Chocolate made by slave children in a bunny-worshipping cult? It's a real David and Goliath story, huh? Wait a second. Nether now employs animal labor? Oof, this is getting dark. What if Batman fought King Kong and was a pickle? Veggietales! God wants me to destroy them. Oof, she really likes to sing about her race. What if Batman fought Audrey 2 and was a pickle? A Bible story about a king who likes to duck. Island of Tickling. What is that, some sort of 50 Shades of Green? Actually, The Lion King is based on omelets. This is really great, probably their greatest episode. The very model of a modern major waste of time. Does anyone else think that cannibal cow thing is terrifying? There's no ghost here because it's Christian! God made all snoodles eat. The St. Patrick short was the best part. Quick! Someone break out a Veggietales test. The video game was better. Still waiting for that Flobbit movie. Veggietales. Friendship is magic. What if Batman was Spider-Man 2 and a pickle? Oof, ran out of parodies? To the Bible! Thou shalt not make another one of these. Or like the wonderful Wizard of Yas! Take a story about racism in America and slap the black out of it. Ooh, they keep getting worse. Waiting for Minnesota Cuke and Solomon's Temple of Doom. About as accurate as any other Santa myth. Clever Bible story parody. Feels a bit wooden, though. Let's parody every Disney princess movie at once! Foolproof! It's a waste of my life. The Star of Christmas from the darkest timeline.
Wow, I'm like totally falling asleep.
My house burned down, and I can't find my parents. Guess they're dead. More like Robin, meh, and his not so meh 3 men. Veggietales will someday have to address slavery, but not today. What if the Avengers were incompetent? And we're all pickled. Fairy tales? And the Bible? Well, this is an atheist drink. Can you tell DreamWorks just bought Veggietales? We've got money now! Hire all the celebrities! Faith, the final frontier. Wait, did we do this already? Terry Crews makes this episode at least twice a day. Tale as old as time. They bought the company. Audience is scared. DreamWorks unprepared. Beauty and the Beat. I know it's more than 10 words. Ah! Eyebrows! Ah! A really badly told Bible story! Okay, that was every episode, and just so you don't have to go all the way back and watch every single one to know which ones are my top best and my top worst, I'm going to give you the top 3 best and the top 3 worst. Here we go. First, 3 of the best, the cream of the crop.
Who are you?
I'm Larry Boy.
Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed. 9 out of 10. Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed is the first episode where I decided that Veggietales was cool. I also decided this would be my childhood obsession. I loved the gadgets, the silliness, and really everything about it. I know lots of people didn't like the early Larry Boy episodes because they felt Larry Boy didn't actually save anyone. But honestly, I think that was done on purpose. You see, when it comes to sin, lies, rumors, and temptation, we can only gain victory over them with Christ's help. As Christians, it's important for us to learn this lesson. Your pastor or your parents or your teachers can tell you all they want about God, but only through Jesus can you be saved. No superhero can do that. Not even Larry Boy.
Is this one of those beans?
No. Lord of the Beans and The Wizard of Oz tie for 9.5 out of 10. Both great parodies with music and a solid lesson. Two of Phil Vischer's last episodes. And they almost got sued for Lord of the Beans, which is always a good sign.
I give you the Fellowship of the Bean!
Got any waffles?
It's beautiful, isn't it? Another job well done.
And finally, the cream of the crop, ladies and gentlemen, the Star of Christmas, which I wish there was an 11 on this. I'd give it even higher.
We're not completely out of rockets, Cavis.
No, Millward. No.
Hands down, the best Veggietales episode. Between the music, the good jokes, the message, and that before I hadn't seen this message done so well before. This is the ultimate holiday film. The episode was at its release the longest Veggietales episode, lasting roughly 45 to 50 minutes. And at least for me, it came out of nowhere just before Jonah. The thing about this episode that blows my mind is it feels like it predicts the fall of Big Idea. If you look at the story of the Star of Christmas and what happened to Phil and Mike in the rise and fall of the company, you can see an interesting parallel. If you want, I can make a video on it, for the record, just leave that in the comments. In both cases, there is an active character who wants to make the world a better place through media. For Phil and Mike, it was animation, and for Bob and Larry, or Millward and Cavis, it was through a stage show. Both risked dishonoring God to push their ministry. Phil, in working on Veggietales, was working so hard he got sick, which is not of God. And when it came to Bob and Larry, they were so focused on making their show great, they were willing to steal to make their show a spectacle. And in doing so, both missed the point. What does God want us to represent? Love. In the end, both of our heroes end up in ruin. Big Idea gets put into bankruptcy, and for Bob and Larry, the theater burns down. And these heroes finally find themselves humbled at the feet of God and ready to do His will. I don't know if Phil has ever spoken about this episode like this, but it is a humbling thought for me to have when I work on my ministry for God. And finally, let's get spoiled rotten with some of the worst Veggietales episodes that ever there were. Let's do it. Okay, 'twas the night before Easter, -1 out of 10. Take the best Veggietales episode and make every wrong decision you possibly can. Petunia is unlikable, the music is not catchy, the only thing worth seeing is the Hop Arena, and that's not even great. It suffers from celebrity-itis, which is where Veggietales thinks that it's a big deal to get a new celebrity, someone who is huge in the Christian market, and it doesn't really help. The person is unknown to the kids, and no one really cares, and they play a very small role. It's so bad that Casey Cavaza, or whatever her name is, ends up playing the role of basically the Star of Christmas, which is an inanimate object. Anyway, I would say don't watch this episode. But it is kind of fun to watch how many mistakes they make. So, number 2 for the worst. The Little House That Stood, 0 out of 10. Absolutely horrible. Every bit about this episode I just can't. You see, it has 2 stories. One, which is the story of the 3 Little Pigs, which is I can understand how they could use that to tell the story of the wise and foolish builder. The story about that Jesus tells, where there's a wise man who builds his house on the rock, a foolish man who builds his house on the sand. Similar to the 3 Little Pigs. I'm like, okay, fine. The jokes are horrible. The music is horrible. Everything is bad. And it gets worse in the second part, which is the story of Humpty Dumpty and the fairy tale creatures all trying to work together to get Humpty Dumpty to do stuff for them, and he's blamed for not doing stuff, and in the end I think it's supposed to be the story of the Good Samaritan. Yeah, no, it's confusing. Anyway, confusing, doesn't make any sense. I didn't even buy this one. Growing up, I bought every Veggietales episode. This is the one episode I said, okay, no, you guys dropped the ball. Totally a 0 out of 10, not worth watching. And here we go. Sweet Pea Beauty, which I'm giving a negative 0 out of 10. I know it makes no sense, but it is worse, and yet still worth checking out because it's such a train wreck. The animation here is unfinished. The stories fall apart with little message to it. And the jokes are not funny. This is a sloppy episode and never should have been released. This should have been taken back for another round of animation. If you listen to the audio commentary, you'll hear Mike Naraki say, at one point some woman approached him and said, "Wow, I'm amazed, I thought a woman wrote this." I think that's an insult to women, to tell you the truth, because this is a badly written script. Anyway, honestly, the message about learning about true beauty being on the inside is important for both boys and girls. But this episode is ugly on the inside and the out. That is why it's the worst Veggietales episode ever. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to my boys Christian Nutrition and Jello Apocalypse for inspiring this video. So, go check their stuff out. And I know I'm kind of just a cheap imitation, but share my stuff, I hope. And comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, God made you special, and He loves you very much.